Hello Doctor Who fans and welcome to another video, and as you can see I've actually managed to get hold of one of the new sets. Now this time, looking at, there's only two sets to get this time. The Coal Hill School set, also known as the Ace and Dalek set, and the 12th Doctor and Davros set, also better known as the Witch's Familiar set. So looking at, managed to get the classic set. They are seem to be getting around more better now. There are more sets of these available. A lot of you have probably not seen the 12 Dots and Davros set. That seems to be going around the country a bit more slower, but don't worry, I'm sure they'll make it around to all stores eventually. A lot more stock of these two sets were actually made. I can actually tell you that 7,000 of each set were actually produced. So you don't need to worry about not getting them because a lot of them have been made. So, better start looking at the figures. So I shall start with the Imperial Dalek. Now, as you can see, a lot of people have probably been wanting an Imperial Dalek for a very long time, especially that it's actually not been released for about 8 years. It was only ever released in the 7th Doctor and Imperial Dalek twin pack, and the Remembrance of the Dalek set that was exclusive to Forbidden Planet. So, as you can see, it's been a long time, and so that's why if you go on any kind of site and you type in Imperial Dalek, the figure is always worth at least £30 plus. Getting it for under £30, it was actually quite a miracle. So the good thing is, at least now B&M have actually decided to re-release this quite iconic Dalek. So some of the main differences is that the coat of paint used on the B&M version is it's more of a glossy gold. So whoever has the original release will notice that it's more of a matte gold. So it's I suppose it's more like a rose gold kind of matte gold. So it's a bright gold, but not actually glossy. Another difference is that the eye stalk is actually more accurate. Whoever has the original release again will notice that the original eye pupil was actually all blue for some strange reason. So this Dalek actually has a more accurate eye stalk with a gold centre and sort of a black, sort of very, very dark blue outer rim. So it's actually nice that we've actually got an accurate Dalek eye stalk rather than that weird blue that they did a few years back. Though one of the main differences between the original release and this release is, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, is that the re-release of the Imperial Dalek has a kind of a mesh look, normally seen on Daleks. And as you can see here, it's wasn't actually supposed to be on the Imperial Dalek moulds. So whoever's seen close-ups of the Imperial Dalek before notices it's actually more of just a more of a slate kind of look. So it's all like there's no mesh or anything. So the reason that this Imperial Dalek version has the mesh is because the original release was made by Toys R Us in 2013. Actually used the Renegade Dalek design onto this mold. So basically, what happened was that rather than create new parts, they actually retooled the Imperial Dalek, and including the mesh. And unfortunately, the mesh was added after the Imperial Dalek release, meaning that it can't actually be reversed. So the moulding for the mesh here doesn't actually exist, at least the original tooling, to give it that look. But it's pretty much unnoticeable and it's subtle at best. So you don't need to worry about it too much. I suppose if you like accurate models, yes, it's a pain, but I suppose who knew that B&M would release the twin Dalek set 7 years down the line. So, I mean, this does actually give us hope that they will do a Renegade Dalek later down the line due to this mould still exist. Obviously, like I said before, the mould obviously for the mesh doesn't exist as previously to 2013. But in the end, we have an Imperial Dalek that we've not actually had for over 7 years. So I suppose we've got to look on the bright side that we've actually got an Imperial Dalek and with an accurate eye stalk as well. So we have to look on the pluses. So enough of the Dalek, and now onto the Ace figure. So it's actually quite nice to have an Ace figure. It comes with a number of accessories. One is the anti-tank rocket, as you can see. The good thing is that the missile or the projectile, if you want to call it, whilst it's stiff, does actually come off. So you can actually have it like unarmed or armed. So it's nice I've actually got the option of the two kind of accessories as such to become 2 or 3. One other thing she comes with is her backpack. As you can see, it's just a simple backpack, black and white. It's quite accurate and nice detail. I'm actually glad that I've added it. It's not a struggle to get off. It actually comes loose anyway, so it's not actually broken. And as you can see, the main figure here is the ace. One thing I must admit that I'm quite happy about is they've actually kept all the badges that are actually on the ace coat. So as a lot of you know, B&M do budget sets, but it's actually really glad to see that they actually decided to keep all the badges that are on Ace's famous coat. So as you can see here, I do have the original release. I kept it in a packaging because it comes with so many accessories, and I just feel that I'll actually easily lose them. So this was the original release done by Forbidden Planet. It does come with similar accessories. The only difference is it does not come with the canisters, the baseball bat, or the swappable arms. Though there's one thing I actually am impressed with is that I think the head is actually a lot more better. As you can see here, her eyes are actually a bit more chunkier as such, so her compared to the whiteness of her eye. So, and as you can see as well, it does have she does actually smile more on this. So it's actually a better facial sculpt compared to the original release. So they've actually got that one up on the original release. The weapon is pretty much the same, so there's no change there. As you can see here, the rocket is pretty much the same. So overall, the accessories, while there's less, I think it's actually a better figure of Ace due to the fact that she has a bit more of a smile to her. And so, you know, I'm quite happy with that. And so, again, talking about the insert of the card, so a lot of you know this is the Remembrance of the Dalek set. So, as you can see here, this was the backing card was supposed to be recreating the moment that, Ace destroyed the Dalek in the corridor. So, if a lot of you have not seen or watched the story, I recommend you watch it. I personally think it's one of the best stories ever. So I'm glad they've actually done the backing card for this as like a diorama to the moment Ace destroys the Imperial Dalek with an anti-tank rocket. So it actually all suits him quite well. So you've got the option of a diorama, and I'm glad they've actually added the detail quite a lot. So overall, it's actually one of my favourite sets. So a lot of you probably wanted the Imperial Dalek to be released as a twin pack later down the line. But it's glad that we've actually get a more accurate version of Ace. It comes with a nice diorama to actually show the moment Ace destroys the Dalek. And it still comes with a number of accessories as well. So I think by far it's actually one of the best sets that B&M have actually done so far. There's no confirmation of what they're doing next year. There's nothing been leaked, nothing been released. So I'm in much as the dark as you are. So don't ask me if I know what's coming out next year. I don't. But overall, if you get this set, please let me know what you think. But if you don't, then I'll certainly recommend this set over others. And don't worry if you don't have it yet. There are a lot of sets out there. Each box that comes into store is a box of 12, so you don't need to worry about them all going at the same time. So I'll certainly recommend that you get this set. So I hope you enjoyed my review. If you've got any questions, then please comment below. And, keep following the Who merchandise and stay safe.